Ready, bud.
Am I safe to be out without a mask if I'm over 6 feet?
Oh, sure.
Let's do this. Let's stretch this thing so we definitely got 6 feet.
There you go.
How you doing?
This is when I get back to my apartment.
Yeah, we're gonna have some buses over here in a minute that you guys can sit on. Okay, okay. All right, Hutch, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna start. You guys good to go?
Yep.
All right, Jeff Potts, police chief here in Bloomington, and I've got Sheriff Hutchinson here. But what I'm really just going to do is give you guys just some brief details. I know you're probably waiting for something, and we always like to try and get the kind of the preliminary information out. So here's what we know at this point. At 2:18 this afternoon, Bloomington police responded to assist the U.S. Marshals or the North Star Fugitive Task Force in a situation here in Bloomington. It's in the 10600 block of Brunswick. And in the radio transmissions, we were told that there had been some shots fired. So we responded out here to assist the task force, the fugitive task force, on a situation where there were some shots fired. It's our understanding that they were attempting to pick up an individual on a warrant. And as you can see, there's several agencies that are assisting us: Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, the State Patrol, Eden Prairie Police Department, U.S. Marshals, and that task force personnel that were on scene trying to serve that warrant. At this time, we believe the individual is inside an apartment. Situation is somewhat contained to an apartment, and that the surrounding areas are safe. However, there is a large police presence here as we try to work through this situation and obviously bring this individual into custody. We don't believe that any of the officers involved at this point have been injured. In our understanding, at this point, we're unsure as to the status and condition of the individual that the task force was trying to apprehend. Again, we're here to assist them in trying to contain this situation and obviously bring the person into custody safely. That's what we know at this point. It's obviously a fluid and unfolding situation. There will be a police presence here. We have some roads blocked off that we believe that could be in danger if there are vehicles in that particular area. And so we have, again, a large police presence, officers and law enforcement personnel that are in positions to try to keep the community safe, keep cars off the roads. We do not think it's a good idea for people to be in the area right now as we're trying to work through this situation. Again, it's unfolding, very fluid, and our officers are on staff or on site here trying to resolve the situation as safely as possible.
Chief, do we know if there's anybody else inside the apartment with the suspect right now?
At this point in time, our officers are working with the understanding that the individual is still inside. We're not 100% certain that there is not anybody else in the apartment, and so we're trying to work through that right now.
You've heard maybe a child was in there, or a wife, or a girlfriend, or something?
Yeah, we don't think that's the case, but we're not in a position to say that with 100% certainty. Our officers are trying to work through that, obtain as much information as we can, and confirm that. We hope that's the case, but as this thing is unfolding right now, I can't say with 100% certainty that that's the case.
And you said shots fired. Do we know if that was the person, the individual that was trying to arrest, or was that the marshals that shot at this person?
I think we're still working through that right now as to exactly who is responsible for the shots that were fired. Right now, our concern is to try to bring the individual that is in the apartment into custody.
Chief, what do we know about the suspect at this point? Do we know what the warrant was for?
That I'm going to refer you to the U.S. Marshals Office. Again, we're here initially in support of them as they were trying to bring this person into custody, and those types of questions I'll defer to the Marshals, and I'm sure that they would be putting out some information as soon as they can. I'm really simply here just to provide a message to our community that that we think we have this situation contained, and there's a lot of police out here, and we want to let them know what we're up to and what we're doing. and that the community is safe, the community at large is safe, as we believe this situation is contained to one apartment, and our officers are trying to work through that situation right now.
Folks who might be trying to return home to this area here this afternoon, what do they need to know?
At this point, the area is pretty well sealed off with the perimeter, and of course, depending on how long the situation takes, that might be for a while. We are in the process of bringing some buses out here so that individuals that live in that building will have a warm place to stay while we work through this. And those buses will be brought in so any of the perimeter officers will know where those individuals can go to sit inside and stay warm as the night progresses.
Do you know how many apartments were evacuated?
We're working through an evacuation process right now that includes multiple floors. I'm not 100% certain as to how many units that includes. Folks, that's what I have for right now. We will definitely try to come back and give you more information as this situation develops.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.